Okay, so here is example 2 in the surface area L5 lesson. Okay, so suppose you have f of x is equal to, so this right here is square root of 3x plus 1. That's the equation right there, f of x equals that. Okay, and it goes from 0 to 5. So surface area, as we know, is the integral from a to b of 2 pi f of x times square root of 1 plus the derivative square dx, right? So what we want to say is first, in order to use this, we should go and find the derivative of f of x, right? So since your f of x is equal to square root, I'm going to say since f of x is equal to square root of 3x plus 1, then the derivative is going to be 1 over 2 square root of 3x plus 1 multiplied by the inside derivative, which is 3. So that would be just 3 on the numerator, 2 square root of 3x plus 1. And that is what's going to go into here, right? So let's go ahead and calculate now the surface area. Let's write that integral. So surface area is going to be the integral from 0 to 5 of 2 pi times square root of 3x plus 1, okay, multiplied by square root of 1 plus, and we're going to square this red box right there. And when we square that, that's going to give us 9. And on the denominator, we will have 4 times 3x plus 1, because square will undo square root. And then that would have to have that dx right there at the end. Okay, so we are integrating all that with respect to x from 0 to 5. Okay, now get a common denominator. Okay, so what we should do right here is we are going to get a common denominator. Okay, so get a common denominator in this part right here so that we can clean this one up. Okay, now when we get that common denominator, I would say I will have 4 square root of 3x plus 1 right there. And then this would be 4 times 3x plus 1 plus 9. Okay, why is there a square root here? I have no idea. That should just be 4 times square root. The square root is on the outside. Okay, and then we still have 3x plus 1 right here. And then there's the 2 pi. And then we are integrating from 0 to 5 with respect to x. Now let's take a look. Square root of 3x plus 1 cancel with this inside square root of 3x plus 1, because when you have the square root like that, you can rewrite it as square root of the numerator, square root of the denominator, right? And then so this cancel with that. 2 cancel with square root of 4, because that's also 2. So really, we have the integral from 0 to 5 of pi. I'm going to leave the pi on the outside. And this inside here is going to be 12x plus 4 plus 9 is 12x plus 13 dx. Nice how that got cleaned up there. And then we're going to do a cute little u substitution. Unless you can see that with our u substitution, that's okay, that's great. And if you don't, we can go on the side and do a little u substitution here. That u be 12x plus 13, so that du is going to be 12 dx, or we will say dx is going to be 1 over 12 du, right? That's that right there. So I have dx right here is going to be 1 over 12 du. So that integral, I could go ahead and take the integral of pi over 12, right? I'm going to take pi over 12 outside. I'm going to put the 12 on the outside, and that will just be square root of u du. Okay, I'm not going to change the limit of integration. I'm just going to go ahead and do the integration first and then go back and evaluate. So this is going to be u to the 3/2, right? That would be 1/2 plus 1 more multiplied by 2/3. And then you have the pi over 12 on the outside. 2 cancel with 12, that gives me 6. 6 times 3 is 18. So what I really have here, if we go back to our brown color here, we have pi over 18 of, and we are seeing square root of u, which would be 12x plus 13 to the 3rd power, right? And that is, we are going to integrate that which from 0 to 5. So we are going to evaluate that from 0 to 5. So then that will give you pi over 18. When you plug in the 5, you have 60 plus 13 is that square root of 73 to the 3rd power, minus when you plug in 0, you have square root of 13 to the 3rd power. And you can say the surface area is that, or you can throw it into your calculator and get a decimal approximation. I would just be happy with that number and not having to do the extra work. But that's up to you.